Hello guys, welcome back to another new guide series, and today I'm just going to be doing a Jett guide for Ascent, as Jett is by far the best duelist on this map, and the most meta duelist on this map. So yeah, I'm going to be starting with attack, showing you some entry paths, showing you how you can take mid control with her, and then I'll be going on to show you some defensive peeks you can do, and some good angles you can hold with an op or with a vandal, whatever you would like to do, and yeah. So firstly, I just want to start with how good Jett is for ranked, specifically, because Jett is a really good agent because she's very self-sufficient compared to all the other duelists. And that's because of her smoke. Her smoke is really easy to play around and it just allows you to isolate free fights and just take kills for yourself. Even without util sometimes if you're feeling it and you're aiming well. Again, with Jett on this map, on any map with any duelist, you always want to be playing around your team and communicating. So especially with your initiators, as they're the ones that are going to have the flashes, the stuns, the drones, or the darts, or the fade eyes, or the prowlers, whatever it may be. On this map, I would hope you would have a Sova. If not, if you have a Sky, make sure you're just communicating with them effectively. But yeah, just dash in off your utility. Don't just dash in with nothing, firstly. You always want to be dashing into your smoke first of all, just as a basis of a start, if you know nothing about the agent. Also, with your dash, if you jump before dashing, you go further than not jumping before dashing, as you can see. If I jump and dash, I go a lot further. So always jump before you dash, so you go further. So that's the second tip. And the third tip is don't just go in alone with no util, as that's most of the time a suicide mission unless your enemies are all bots or your tens. So yeah, make sure you have like a dart or a drone or something. Let's say you darted this will scan the whole site, and you want to dash Jenny, for example, and just take this fight here. Back Jenny, if anyone gets scanned, and you can maybe get a free kill on someone scanned while you're in your smoke so they can't see you. Yeah, I don't recommend just dashing into the open, because you'll just be exposed to lots of angles. But if you do have no utility to clear close, while you're dashing in, you can look left and right as you're dashing, and you'll get like pings on the map so your teammates can come in and swing off of those pings. But you shouldn't really have to do that unless you really need to. So yeah, a few entry pathings, obviously, I've done this one a few times. You can just dash Jenny. You can dash into Dice, but I would preferably have a God Saver dart before you do anything like this, so you can have all of these angles cleared, and I would hope you would have your heaven smoked as well. The third entry you would do is you could just bend your smoke on top of Jenny, updraft and dash on top like this, and then you can maybe take any fights off of your dart or whatnot. If there's no one there, you can kind of silently go into heaven. With your like tailwind, if you like updraft and then you press spacebar the moment before you land, you're way quieter than just landing and plopping on the floor. So that's another tactic I could use. And if you want to extrally catch your opponents off guard, you can even dash into tree and maybe get a free kill or something, but that is a very risky play, but sometimes it can work. Yeah, those are all the entry path things you'll need for Jett on this map, to be honest. On top of Jenny, Jenny and Dice are the only places I really imagine anyone dashing while playing Jett. I mean, you can kind of dash here as well, but if this is kind of leading you exposed to this angle, this angle, this angle, that all of heaven, people can swing you from Dice, people can see you from Jenny, so I don't really recommend doing that dash at all, like ever. Yeah, on to B and mid. So with mid, if you want to start from top mid, the best part about mid push is the Jett's updraft. So if you want, you can kind of smoke and updraft and kind of bend on top of this and maybe take a fight. I would recommend also doing this with a server dart or some sort of utility, as it will just make your life way easier. And with A, I don't know if you watch my Omen guide, but you can get like an Omen flash here or a server dart for tree that can allow you to take the space way easier, and you can enter the site from tree if you would like. Likewise, if you're pushing in from tiles, like if you really don't have any smokes, you can kind of quickly smoke this off and kind of smoke up here, and then you can take fights accordingly. You can even play on top of this box like this. You can even updraft dash on top of this box and try and take a fight cubby, like kind of similar to this. Obviously you wouldn't updraft that slowly, but you can do that. But if you want to get double the impact, I recommend doing these kind of mid pushes whenever you have knives, because obviously you can they're always accurate, you can move while shooting, which you can't do with any other piece of util in the game. So if you want to maybe get a free kill mid, you kind of just up drop dash, take a fight here, take another fight, free. It's up to you. It's up to how your aim's feeling as well. I would always warm up before playing an agent like Jett because she is quite mechanically dependent. But those are the kind of mid pushes you would be doing on Jett. Obviously, you could have like a K flash for market or a Sova dart. Okay, if you can get your K to flash market, that's really effective. And I'll be doing a KO guide for Ascent shortly as well, if you want to learn that. And you can kind of take the space here. And you can, it's all about getting the numbers down on defense, taking those first peaks, getting those entries, if you're defaulting and whatnot. So yeah, I'll show you the B-side entries and I'll show you a lot of angles you can play for defense, because that's going to be way bulkier than this. So for B, firstly, I want to stop people from just hugging the walls for every single thing all the time, because I know that's a tip a lot of people get taught, but it kind of just leads you into being slower and it slows your movement down because you're swinging into a wall. So kind of maybe just swing where you can kind of swing back from, I like to call it like a T shape. So let's say that's a T, right? You can kind of swing across a straight line and just pre-fire it, and obviously they won't be able to react to you due to Pika's advantage. And obviously with B main, I'm going to cover a few defensive angles you can play. Make sure you clear everything, like don't just jump from here to here, or don't just assume there could be no one here, because there can be. If there's a Jett chamber, they could push out very easily and maybe take a fight, or even a Reyna. So make sure you clear in your corners all the time, edge that into your brain. And one entry you could do, this is the most common entry for Jett, is this switch entry here, where you dash on top of switch, close this door here, and it allows you to kind of just, not worry about market, take that space for your team. This should be smoked off, and you can kind of just take a few fights on stairs. Hopefully your teammates will be able to hold you from a lane push. Obviously, likewise with the other site, if you can get your Sova just to dart, like literally there, if they know no darts, I can really help you with that entry, as it scans all of early. Or this tree can help you as well. It will scan anyone trying to push you from stairs too, if you have a drone for this. So yeah, make sure you're always communicating with your Sova or whatever. You can get a Sky Dog, Fade Prowler to prowler these early angles. Literally anything could help you. Even a Breach, Stun, KO Flash, literally anything. Make sure you have some form of utility to push out from. Otherwise, it's a suicide mission 90% of the time. As I said before, unless you are turned, then you're just him. But if you're not, and you're normal, make sure you're getting people to, give util for you. Another entry I'd like to show you, this is a darker entry actually, and it's actually this dash under market here. The door doesn't even need to be closed for this, as they can't even see you from market itself. And you can kind of just take these free fight stairs if you want. This will hopefully be smoked off for you, if not your smoker is trolling. And you can even, once you've taken this fight stairs, you could maybe take a fight market, or go into the smoke if you want to. Or you could just kind of directly push the site like this for your team. Yeah, these are the two kind of early kind of entries I can show you for now. I'm going to get onto a bit of a super dash entry onto site that you can kind of exploit in a second. With this entry, you're going to need to be able to use Jett's movement, which is quite easy to use. And I want you to cue your dash like so, smoke off your lane, go up to this corner and dash like so, and get ready to take fights. I would implore you to do this. Maybe if the Sova's got an Odin, you can get a free kill and just catch him off guard and kill him while he's got his Odin in his hand. Or if you know any of your enemies are not prepared to take that fight, you can dash and maybe catch someone off guard and kill them. You could even use the Sova dart just on this tree or on that tree, and you could maybe dash in off the scan. And this is really good. It allows you to kind of not have to play your lane, and just really take that free fight and get that entry in for your team and get the numbers down and get the free kill on the site. And then if your team still can't clear anything early, you might have to be prepared to take the few fights if players are holding you from early. Hopefully your team will be there to support you. If not, you just have to win your range duels. And I'll be giving you some aim tips and warm-up routines and whatnot in other videos, so stay tuned for those. Because ranked is sometimes, it does feel like you are 1v5ing, so it's all about how you keep your mental as well. But that dash is super good for this entry, and it's good for any Odin or Ares spammers. I think they can just get away with it. You can really punish that on this agent, which is really good. So yeah, on to defense. Okay, so now onto defense. With Jett on defense, you kind of want to think about how you can get the first pick as soon as possible. So like, you want to be peeking, but you don't want to be over peeking, if that makes sense. So definition of peeking would just be like, maybe hold this angle tree for a little bit, try and find a kill if they peek you, and then maybe you can walk up, maybe see if there's one top mid, you could peek, get one. But the one rule I have to give you is, let's say, for example, you're holding A main, right? You've peeked, got the killer main dash back. Don't peek the same angle again, even if you didn't use your dash. You only want to be peeking on defense the same angle once per round. That has to be a rule that you've got in your mind. Let's say 2 people swing you, you find the first kill, don't peek it again. You've got the numbers advantage now. Pull back, hold something else. Don't just re-peek it because 1, the crosshair's going to be placed for you. 2, they might have committed numbers to try and fight you and get that refrag, and they might be pushing you. So it's best to keep your life, play the 4v5, rather than over-committing to a fight. And getting it from a 5v4, which is a good situation, back into a 4v4, which is an okay situation, but you don't have that advantage and you've lost it now. So make sure you're always not peeking, or not over-peeking or over-committing, or peeking the same angle more than once per round. I'm going to be showing you some op spots now and some like hot off angles you can play. So stay tuned into the video. Okay, so for B, an off angle you could play is just right here. And you can just hold it like this, because they'll be pre-aiming here, and then usually when you're clearing B, you'll be pre-aiming this, and then your crosshair will probably go like to go clear this close corner, unless they've just peeked at the start of the round and no one's had time to walk in and know that. But they're not just going to be going from this to this. So if you're playing Jett, one could peek you, you can get that kill and dash back, and you're already instantly at an advantage as well. So that's a good little off angle you can play. But you can make up off angles as you go along. Like, even I don't have every off angle. You have to visualize in your head where enemies' crosshairs are going to be placed, and try and be in awkward spots where you can get out from, but they're not going to be placed for. Like this, for example, is a good little off angle. You can only get one, dash back into stairs, and then you can maybe, if you're feeling daring or like you're popping off, maybe counter strafe, like try and pre-fight one more kill, and then go back and maybe play on site. Because, I don't know, that off angle is one I just made up then, but their crosshair will probably be placed for this, and then it'll go straight into CT, leaving you here. You know, they could maybe pre-aim this, to be fair, but leaving you, on this angle where your head will be around here, and you'll have a free kill and you'll dash straight back. You can do the same thing in basically everywhere. Like on A, you can go all the way to this wall, and you can have someone bait for you, and get one, dash out. And you can just play around your dash, have fun with it. Like, you could maybe play on top of Jenny, go around, get a kill, dash back, maybe try and get another one. But yeah, just try and find spots where you don't think your enemy's crosshairs are going to be placed, and you can maybe eat yourself up with some free kills. But make sure you're playing in spots where you can get out of as well, so you're not just like getting traded instantly. Because that would be very, like, be good that you got the kill, but it'll be bad that you've just been traded. It won't really give your team a real advantage. I'm going to show you a few little op spots now that you can play, just to wrap this video up. And the operator on Jett is very, very valuable. So I'm going to speak a little bit more in detail about that in a second. But yeah, you can walk up and peek this, and I can get you a kill. But as you're going back, always have this covered, and then you can maybe dash back into safety. From bottom mid, and you can kind of hold like this, you can hold like this. I don't recommend pushing any further into mid if you have an op. From B, you can kind of hold wherever. As I said, you can play here, you can even go out here, as long as you're using your dash effectively. You can kind of play market, dash, get one, dash back into safety, but then be prepared that someone from mid might be holding you. So I would be a bit more careful with that peek. You can opt from stairs, this is quite a common angle to play on Jett. You can hold up here if you wanted to. You can play from backside and play her up, and kind of alternate between playing stairs and holding lane. So yeah, there's loads of angles you can hold from, but what people don't really tell you is you have to, in your mind, have an op pathing, is what you call it. So you start with one angle, and then you go to a different angle. So let's say, I get 1A, go from here, I up drop on top of Jenny, hold for another kill, and then I'll get my 2 kills so I can hold for my dash. And then, after I get that kill, I'll my dash, we get another one, dash here, you know, and then I can like swing myself up heaven or something, and you know, swing again. Well, that's not the best bolt pathing, but that's just like an example. If I wanted to, I could maybe play on these boxes, get one, you know, updraft, dash heaven, hold again, get another, and then go play retake with my team if it's a 3v5. So that's what you want to be like planning your rounds out. You want to be planning, if you get one, where's your next angle you're going to be playing, where's the angle after that, and where's the angle after that. And that's how you kind of want to be playing with your operator. Another thing with your op is obviously very basic, but let's say you don't never played the game before. If you have a dot in the middle of your operator crosshair, which I recommend you do, when it's not there or not visible, that means you're moving. So let's say, I don't know, you peek someone and you've shot them a bit too early, or that means you're not going to be accurate. Whereas you can time it correctly, and as it pops up, you can get that kill, and it'll be impossible to trade, to be honest, if you get out in time. So yeah, hopping is just super free on this map especially, and it's super free on Jett, and it's just like the easiest way to kind of rank up in the game in my personal opinion. You can op on Jett on any map. For now, I'm only going to be doing guides on what's in the meta and what's going to be used in pro play and in ranked, because that's what I normally am used to playing. If you want any other Jett guides for maps like Lotus, which I won't be doing one on, for example, I'll probably be doing like a Raze guide and like a Yori guide, maybe a Neon guide as well for that. Then let me know. I could do like a Lotus Jett guide, because I can play Jett on every map myself. She is quite easy. I don't really have any crazy super dashes or any amazing amount of tech for now. I can show you guys just some basic things, basic off angles and whatnot, and entry pathings you can use as well for every map on Jett. But yeah, that'll be about it now for this video. If you found this video or guide useful, just make sure you leave a like, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time. Peace.